What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Real Quick Review. I'm your host, Papa Plamo, and it's been way too long. Look, guys, I know I've been dragging my feet putting these videos out, but it's safe to say that I still know a thing or two about Gunpla. And holy shit, has 2021 been the greatest year for Gunpla ever. I'm going record. I'm gonna say it. You know, somebody's gonna disagree with me, but they're wrong. We've gotten banger after banger after banger, and every kit that's been released seems to outdo the kit that was previously released in the same grade. We're seeing leaps forward in the engineering behind these kits that we haven't really seen in quite some time. And that being said, I'm 100% confident in saying that we have gotten the greatest 1/144th kit of all time. So far. Well, for now that is. Everyone's ears perked up when this thing was announced earlier this year, and every single one of us was champing at the bit to get our hands on it. And you know, it's not news that Real Grade has been killing it for the past 5 years, but this model kit right here completely takes the cake. It's an incredibly easy build, it's astoundingly articulate, has an insane amount of movable parts, armor, hatches. Basically, the Real Grade High New is on a completely and totally different level than any other 1/44th kit that's been released to this date. This thing just has the virtue of being a 2021 release, and I'll put that next to the Suzabi and the Real Grade New. This thing is just newer. 2022 is going to be hot right out of the gate, but until we get there, this guy holds the top spot. We're talking about the Real Grade RX-93 High New Gundam, the undisputed heavyweight champion in all of 1/144th and possibly Gunpla. It's actually pretty damn big. Let's just do a quick size comparison with boxes. Here it is next to a Master Grade Blue frame, and because I already pulled it out, there it is next to the 1100 RX-78 FOO. Now I know we don't buy these things just to leave them in the box, but it's what's inside the box that counts. And what's inside this box is pure mecha gold. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Feast your eyes on the current king of Gunpla. Now you'll notice that mine doesn't have any of the cool decals that come with it, and it does come with a few. Not an absurd amount, but enough to really make it stand out amongst your collection if you do so decide to put them on. The reason that I'm not putting mine on is, well, I plan on turning this thing into the Burkha color scheme, just negative the yellow, all that pretty gold. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but I absolutely ditched that god-awful injection gold. That metallic injection gold looks like cheese that come out of somebody's butt. It's butt cheese. It does not look good. Bandai, I really wish that you would do away with that in the future, but I'm just little old me, and I know you probably don't give a fuck. But luckily for us, there is an alternative, and that's just painting it. Now, the chrome or silver you can leave alone. You don't necessarily need to paint that unless you want to, but the gold, you're 100% going to want to paint. Fuck it, man. You could even paint it yellow, and it would look better than that metallic injection. The backpack on this thing is insane. It looks great, it feels great, and it's a hell of a build just by itself. But, as we all know, with a backpack like this, it's going to be back heavy, and this thing is insanely back heavy, let me tell you. Now, the good news is that these thrusters right here 100% double as a stand, and a not too bad one either. And trust me, no matter what you do with this, you're 100% going to need some support. It's just super back heavy, not a problem at all. But if you have it in the air, you'll have it on a stand. If you have it standing, you're likely going to use these thrusters in order to keep it upright. Now, real quick before we swap camera shots, let's go ahead and take a look at some of this armor. Now, in my humble opinion, these legs is where it's at. This is where a lot of the moving parts are because it has a very small torso. But that being said, this torso's got a lot of shit going on in it too. What we can do here is basically just pry up on this gently, but with enough balls to actually open it up. Come on, man, you make me look bad in front of my friends. And then you get this separated effect that we've got here, making the model even that much more thick. We can also come around to the front here and we can move these chrome pieces on the front of the legs as well. Not quite sure for what, but I'll cross that bridge whenever I find out. You can also extend these pieces out right here, but mine are fit in pretty securely, and I'm not going to be able to pop them out without some effort that I just don't feel up to doing right now. And would you look at that, you've got even more movement up here in the thighs and knees. Do mecha have knees? The mechanics in this thing are off the fucking chain. And while I was really happy with the legs, this small little torso's got a couple of tricks that it can pull off too. For instance, we just kind of wiggle this thing out a little bit right there to see how much, oh look, we get a little bit of height out of it, right? Boom. And now the high knew's got a little growth spurt going on. We've successfully made it taller. And once you put the backpack on, you won't be able to tell that this is actually separated, giving you the ability to pose as if it's flying forward even better. This thing is incredibly sturdy with all the parts that you can actually move around on it. You don't have to worry about breaking anything while you're playing with it, for the simple fact that it's just so well made and also well built. And the weapon loadout on the kit is exactly what you were expecting to get. You get the new beam bazooka, this dope ass beam rifle that I've already had some fun painting around on, the incredibly cool and iconic high new shield, and of course a pair of beam sabers in the most illustrious color of them all, blue. The perfect beam saber hue. And oh yeah, if you're wondering where you're gonna stash your beam sabers out on this bad boy, right here in the arm. Ta-da! Alright guys, so I'm done talking your ear off, but we're gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on the pedestal, let it take a turn for you, and you can decide for yourself just how badass you think it is, because you're gonna think it's badass, there's no way around it. Get to spinning. Now I've been known to fall in love with a model kit or two. It's kind of my thing. And who can blame me when Bandai keeps one-upping themselves with every kit that they put out? A mobile suit from a novel and not an anime, the design is still held in the highest regards amongst the Gundam and Gunpla fandom, and for obvious reason. And Bandai absolutely knocked it out of the park with this release, and doing both the fans and the mobile suit justice by putting out an absolutely gorgeous representation of the RX-93 High New Gundam. Seeing as how new builders may be unfamiliar with this suit due to its lack of screen time, I'll do my best to introduce you to this iconic mecha piloted by everyone's favorite angsty youth, Amuro Ray. Given to Bright Noah as a gift for becoming the commander of Londo Bell, this completely jacked mobile suit was then outfitted with Psycoms designed by Amuro himself, and was then dubbed High New Gundam. But the Feddies weren't so keen on new types piloting Gundam type suits because, well, the Feddies fucking suck. Seek Xeon. All other Gundam were sealed away and the High New became Londo Bell's most prized mobile suit, because they didn't have a damn thing in the arsenal that could compare to its firepower. Nor did they have anything back there that could touch the rad factor of this motherfucker. Honestly, you put this variant next to the new Gundam and you'll be hard pressed to tell me which one's more rad. Oh wait, shit, you do have an opinion on which one you think's more rad? Well then how about you just jot that down there in the comments section, partner? That's called engaging your audience, baby. During Londo Bell's assault on Axis, Amuro deployed the High New for the very first time. And in the ensuing battle, Keira Su, piloting the RGZ-91 REGZ, was captured by Grave Gus. Using Keira as a hostage, Grave demanded Amuro hand over the High New. Amuro agreed, of course, because good guys are dumb, and began to disarm. But Grave, in his ever-abundant wisdom, thought that the fin funnels were just radiator panels, and ordered Gyaradoga pilots to kill our... well, that's debatable, but our hero. But as Gyaradoga pilots sent a deadly amount of electricity through the wires that they had entangled Amuro in, his instinctive thoughts caused the funnels to fire on the wires, completely severing him, and completely pissing Grave off as well in the process. So he fucking crushed Keira in the Psychodoga's hand, instantly killing her, and instead of fighting, Amuro went and retrieved Keira's body, and then was forced to retreat. It's actually really sad and very well written in the novel. But alright, that's enough lore. I'm not going to spoil anything else. I probably should have gave you guys a heads up, but hey, the shit was written in 1988. You've had plenty of time to catch up. Now I'm just going to talk about how beautiful this damn thing is. From the ground up, every section of this model kit is a joy to build. Nothing is too difficult, nothing is too easy. Everything is just right with this thing. It's literally the third bowl of porridge. One thing you may notice is that there isn't a two-tone white like there are on other real grades. Not quite sure why they didn't do that. It could have definitely benefited from it, but it doesn't lose anything from not having it. One thing that really knocked my socks off was the amount of articulation you get in the backpack. Everything you see there, you can move. The only real drawback was the metallic injection gold. That shit is gross. 1/144th is my favorite scale of mecha model kit. And even though this isn't a true 1/144th representation of the High Nu, it's pretty damn close, and it's leaps and bounds better than its older sibling, the high-grade High Nu, as you can see standing next to it right now. I actually did a video on that when I first started out. You guys should check it out and just kind of see how excited I was about that old kit and compared to how excited I am for this new kit. So for all the pros, it only has the one con. The gold that you absolutely must paint. There is no reason for you to leave that metallic injection gold on this model kit. It's too fucking special to have it on it. Well guys, there you have it. The real great High Nu is an absolute masterpiece of a mecha model kit. And I think you would be doing your collection a disservice without locating one of these and putting it up there with everything else you got. Now, as it stands at the time that this video is being recorded, put out onto the interwebs, the RX-93 Real Grade High Nu is my favorite Gunpla model kit of all time, 1/144th or otherwise. I honestly fell in love with this thing the second that I got that backpack built. Building the funnels can be a little bit tedious, and there's some nubs that are, you're going to worry about, but it's all undergated. But what do you think? Are you going to go out and get one? Have you already got it and built it? Let me know in the comment section. Maybe check out another video. Or maybe go to twitch.tv/xpapanicx and give me a follow over there, where we have Gundam Fight Club literally Monday through Friday. Maxi Boost on, bitches. I want to say a quick thank you to Gundam Republic. Those guys are always keeping the dream alive. Make sure you go to www.gundamrepublic.com to see what they've got in stock. You might even find you one of these RX-93 Real Great High Nus, because you know you want it. I'm going to do everything in my power to get videos out on a regular basis to you guys again. After the move, things just got a little hectic, and the whole live streaming thing took off really fast. Share the video with your fellow Gunpla builders, lick your thumb, hit the like button, then clean your thumb off and hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time on another episode of Real Quick Review. I like you more than a friend, too sweet.